Hello again, everybody. David Clary, along with Bashawn Knowles, TJ Hibben, along with Mike Sheehan, Caleb Riker, Will Presley, live here at Central High School, getting set for Oak Ridge High School tournament basketball. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge taking on the Central Bobcats in the semifinal round of the TSSAA playoffs at the district tournament. And both teams are warming up down below us. We're on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio, and on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082, and on prepradio.com. And with more information about this ball game, here is Bashawn Knowles.
Thank you, David. Welcome to number four of the District 3 4A tournament, and the first night for the Oak Ridge Wildcat boys as they take on the home team, Central Bobcats, in the semifinals. The Wildcats reached this game by winning the regular season district championship, which earned them bye this round. Central was the fourth seed in the regular season, and they reached this game by defeating Halls on Wednesday night, 70-48. The Bobcats have had a subpar season to this point with their 14-15 record, but another upset win over the Wildcats tonight will go a long way to make their season that much better. You may recall last night the Wildcats entered the game as a heavy favorite over the Bobcats, but it was Central that spoiled the Wildcats' chance of repeating as district champs when they beat the Oak Ridge Wildcats 66-62 in overtime. There were several late questionable calls in that game, but Central for the most part outplayed the Wildcats to earn the upset win. The loss of Central cost the Wildcats a chance to host the region tournament, which is eventually won by last season's District 3 champion, Carm Beavers. So you might say the Wildcats have a lot more to play for than ever this year. The winner tonight will play the winner of Carnes and Powell for the district championship on Tuesday. The winner will also secure themselves a home Region 2 tournament game next Saturday as well. The loser will play in a consolation game on Tuesday and will have to travel next week in the region. Unlike last season, Oak Ridge will not have a chance to host all their region games as it's District 4's turn to host. The region rotates from District 3 in odd years to District 4 in even years. The only way that could happen would be for the Wildcats to win the district championship and then have all their District 3 teams defeat the District 4 teams in the opening round. That district is stacked again this year with Maryville, Bearden, William Blount, and West being District 4 representatives. It happened before when District 4 lost all their games in the first round in an even year, but it isn't likely this season. Oak Ridge was able to host the region in 2016 when all District 3 teams won. This season, Oak Ridge swept Central with the Wildcats winning 83-60 at Oak Ridge. Last week at Central, 81-47. Cooper Williams led the Wildcats in the last game here at Central with 19 points, followed by Raekwon Watson's 15. In the December game, Ray led with 16, followed by Caden Briart's 14. Oak Ridge leads the series 89-27 since 1944. The Wildcats are in search of their 41st district tournament title since their first one in 1946. Since the formation of District 3 in 1980, Oak Ridge has won 19 district titles, with Clinton being next with 8. Of course, Clinton is now out of district play in District 4 3A. Central has won only one district title, and that came in 1992 when they were coached by Oak Ridge alum Steve Killian. They beat Oak Ridge that season at Oak Ridge to win the championship. Oak Ridge was coached by 1992 by former Central coach and Oak Ridge alumni Chuck Carringer. Central was runner-up in 2010, 2011, and last season when they lost to Carnes. Central is coached by first-year coach Marcus Huey, who also has Oak Ridge ties. Central has hosted the district tournament 5 times since 1987, with Oak Ridge winning here the past 3 times, 2001, 2008, and 2015 tournament, which was snowed out. Because they were the regular season champions, they were awarded the title. They did not beat Central in their only game played at that tournament that season. Halls and Campbell County also have won district titles played on this floor in 1987 and 1994. Oak Ridge is 9-3 in postseason games against Central all time. The first one came in 1957, and the last being the loss last season at Powell. Last night, the Lady Wildcats took care of business against the Halls Lady Red Devils in their semifinal game, and they will advance to play Campbell County in the district championship game on Monday night. The Lady Wildcats defeat the Halls Devils 72-31 behind Ayanna Porter's 20 points and Ayanna Stewart's 19. The Lady Wildcats improved to 19-7 and will be in search of their 31st district title to win. Also qualified the Lady Wildcats for a home game 1 week from tonight against either William Blount or Maryville. We'll broadcast on Monday our game on YouTube channel Prep Radio FM 92.7. Tip-off is at 7:30. Tonight it's the boys' turn in their first game of the district tournament with a championship berth on the line and a home region game as well. Today's game with Central is being streamed thanks to donation by Eric and Holly Williams. We thank them for their support of our community service. In addition to the Williams donation, this game is also sponsored in part by the Fox Insurance Group, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Washboard Wash and Fold, the Oak Ridge Orthopedic Clinic, Tennessee Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Loss, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm, and Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty. We're on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082 and streaming both games live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. It's time for a break. We'll get back to District 3 tournament at Central in a moment.
David Clary back here along with Sean Knowles, Mike Sheehan, TJ Hibben. We'll be joined by a couple others here in a bit. Before I get any farther into this, I'd like to thank Eric and Holly Williams for sponsoring our ball game tonight on our YouTube channel. As I say, every single ball game, the TSSAA charges us big money, $250 per game to stream one ball game. So we had the Johnsons last night sponsor the girls game. We have a sponsor here tonight, and we'll have to have a sponsor on Monday, and then on Tuesday, and then we go to the region tournament. So we're guaranteed, the boys are guaranteed tonight's game, Tuesday's ball game, and one game in the region, which will be Saturday. So we're going to still be raising money for that. The Scarborough 85 Memorial Statue is going to be sponsoring our first boys game in the region tournament, and hopefully we'll have a lot more. Mike, turn your mic on here real quick. You know the importance of this ball game. The district semis, obviously, if you win the ball game, you get the chance to host the first round of the region tournament, and you get to play in the district championship game. I've always thought, honestly, and people kind of look at me funny when I talk more about the region than the district. The region is much more important than the district. The district's basically just for seeding for the most part.
I agree. And correct me if I'm wrong, if you lose tonight, you go home? Or do you play?
No. We're guaranteed either a championship game or a consolation game and a region game as well.
I wasn't sure if they had another game if they lost, which I don't foresee that happening, but, you know, hopefully not anyway. The Wildcats have been playing very well of late. Real proud of the way this team's come on. And they played two of the toughest teams, two state champions back-to-back. I've never heard of that ever happening before.
No, it's crazy. As our rest of our crew is rolling in right now, looks like we've got Will Presley We got Caleb Riker as well. And we're just moments away from the start of this game. I want to remind everybody of our sponsors, the Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, the Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, Knoxville Orthopedic Center, and Sexton Automotive. I know for a fact the teams that Lady Wildcats are going to play, they'll either play in the region tournament. We know they're going to play Campbell County Monday in the championship ball game, but on Friday, a week from tonight, in the region tournament at the Wildcat Arena, Oak Ridge will take on either William Blount or Maryville. They'll be playing in their ball game, their championship or their consolation game, basically on the same day we are, Monday. So we will know who we play Monday night. And then the boys, the teams in the boys side of things, representing District 3, we've got Oak Ridge, Karn, Central, and Powell. They'll all be playing here tonight at the district tournament. The other district has Maryville, William Blount, Bearden, and West. And Mike, you know as well as I do, District 4 is stacked. I mean, all four of those teams are very good.
Yeah, they are good. That other district's really strong this year, David. They've mostly all got a winning record, so it's up in the air right now. It's put up or shut up time here in these regional tournaments. You got to be ready, and I think the Wildcats are.
Let's take a break here. The two teams are still warming up. We're just moments away from the national anthem and such. We're live here at Central High School. The buzzer is sounded. We're about to have the national anthem. We're live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We're on Oak Ridge Schools Television Channel 1082. We are also on prepradio.com. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the national anthem and the starting lineups in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's matchup between the Oak Ridge Wildcats and your Central Bobcats. Good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of every interscholastic athletic program. Spectators can support their high school program by refraining from derogatory remarks or cheers. New TSSAA policy states that anyone objecting from the contest by an official will pay a $250 fine. Individuals will be responsible for paying this fine with service suspended as well as participating in a mandatory education program before they will be allowed to return to Vincent Knox County School. Please stand or remove your hats for our national anthem.
Which way? That way? Sure I can.
Sorry, I didn't want to do that. Get that
All you gotta do is ask, man. I'll move my big butt over. He wants to keep scores, but I'm gonna let him.
I'm just gonna do it because them two, like one of them wouldn't have anything to do with
Here in a moment, we'll have the starting lineups of the ball game. The winner of this game plays the winner of the Carnes-Powell ball game, which is going to be immediately after our ball game. Let's see if you can pick up picking up the starting lineups here.
Can you read this real quick?
I noticed a big difference in the starting lineups. The PA announcer, when he was announcing the Central lineup, obviously he was getting excited. He was all full board, and then when he's doing the Oak Ridge announcer, he says starting for Oak Ridge will be Sean Knowles and Mike Sheehan, and yeah. But anyway, we're about to have basketball for you. It is a big ball game. We said it is not an elimination ball game, but it is a big ball game. To jump for the Central Bobcats, who will be wearing they're all black jerseys with red and white trim. For them will be number 2. That'll be J.D. Harris. He's a senior player. He'll be jumping with junior Vashon. Actually, that'll be Shamar Green. I was about to say Vashon Knowles. He's not jumping. Shamar Green. Got Cooper Williams out there. We've got Garrett Giles, Caden Brightheart, and Raekwon Watson. And we're about to get set. The officials up, controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway here at Central High School. Playing on the home floor of the Bobcats. Wildcats set it up around the left side of Garrett Giles. Right in front of the Central bench. He dribbles in. Free throw line, kicks it out to Ray Ray. Ray Ray works the ball to Caden Brightheart. Won't take the 3. Backs it around to the top of the circle over to Caden. Caden swings the ball once again to the right side. Now attacks inside. Finds Brightheart free. Double teamed. Cannot get a shot off. Good defense by the Central Bobcats. Now the Wildcats. Ray Ray for 3. No good. On the rebound to Central. Coming down with the basketball is Josh Brown, senior post player for them. And we're underway here. 0-0 the score, Central and Oak Ridge. Two teams have been playing since the 40s. Wildcats swept the series. This guy can shoot right here, top of the circle. His name is Efren Rodriguez. As they work the ball inside, blocked away by Cooper Williams. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Just Cooper knocked it away from Josh Brown. So far, the defense not allowing Oak Ridge much of any kind of a look. Here's Garrett for 3. They need it. He nailed it. 3-point shot for Garrett Giles, and the Wildcats lead it by a score of 3-0. Very, very tenacious defense, Mike, for the Central Bobcats.
Absolutely. They can't hardly get the ball up the court as Oak Ridge knocked it in the back court. Central finally gets it in the front court.
They work it for a 3. It's wide open. It is off the mark. No good. Cooper on the rebound. Cooper Williams and the Wildcats coming down the floor. Moving left to right. We're in their all-white jerseys with Cardinal. If you're listening to us on 1082, here comes Cooper left side. Back to Garrett. Three-pointer in the corner again. Good! Garrett Giles on fire to start the ball game.
Yeah, he's busting that net. It's laying up on top of the rim, David. He hit that net so hard.
Here comes Josh Brown down the floor. Wanted to hand it off to Efren Rodriguez. Holds the ball and gives it out to number 11. That'll be Will Meadows. Will Meadows hands it off to Rodriguez. He drives in, wants to throw up one. It's off the side of the backboard, no good. Oak Ridge coming down the floor with Cooper Williams. There's Garrett again. He's going to shoot again. He's going to knock it down one more time. And it's 9-0 Oak Ridge. Garrett Giles 9, Central nothing. And we'll be back to Central High School in a moment. Welcome back once again to Central High School. Good start for the Wildcats. The best start ever for Garrett Giles as a Wildcat as he knocks down 1, 2, 3-pointers. And we've only played about 2 minutes of the game. That was his 30th, 31st, and 32nd three-pointer of the year.
I've never seen one player start a game with 3 3-pointers like Garrett Giles has. What a tremendous outpouring of points.
Here comes Central down the floor with the basketball. For them will come number 3. That's Reggie Jones. Jones picked up defensively by Giles. Looks to the big guy. Cooper's got him. He's going to drive in, pull up, kick the ball to the corner. Meadows has it out to number 1. That's Efren Rodriguez. Efren works the ball to number 3. That's Reggie Jones. Back to Meadows. Meadows working the ball around the right side. Now they penetrate. Left elbow shot. Clang off the iron. No good. Rebounded Shamar Green. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Oak Ridge with it. Let's see where Garrett goes. He's going to go this time to the other corner. Garrett's going to shoot his 4th one. This one's going to be short. The Wildcats get the ball right back. Ray for 3. Good! 4 3-point shots to start the ball game, and Oak Ridge leads Central 12-0. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. They drive in, blocked shot, and a foul called against Cooper Williams. He got him with the body.
Yeah,
he did block the shot with his arm, but he got him full board with the body.
I tell you, Oak Ridge is really stifling on defense right now. Central has no free shot. They're having to work for everything they get, and they tried to get a layup, but wasn't going to happen. Cooper saw to that.
Central to the line. First free throw is no good by Reggie Jones. If you remember, Mike, we started out strong against them when we were here about 2 weeks ago.
Exactly right. I was here for that game. Yeah, I remember it. My memory's not that short.
Back to the line we go Jones. Toss, good. They've scored their first point. It's 12-1 Oak Ridge. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Raekwon Watson with it across the line. Dribbles across the midcourt stripe, dribbles in, penetrates all the way to the hole. Good! Off the glass goes Raekwon Watson, and Oak Ridge leads Central 14-1 in the first quarter. Here comes Efren Rodriguez down the floor. Harassed, kicks it out Meadows for 3. It's good! 3-point shot for Will Meadows, and the Wildcats bring the ball down the floor quickly. Ray right in front of the Central bench finds Garrett free. Garrett Giles inside the Cooper, ball knocked out of bounds by the
Number 1.
Central Bobcats. That official underneath there, that was quite apparent that it was knocked out by Central. He had no idea who touched that ball. He had to ask help from the other official.
Well, his angle was bad, that's all.
Here they come down the floor. Shot blocked! Ray blocks the shot. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. The Wildcats 2 blocks. Caden Brightheart for 3.
Oh.
He blew the whistle off a quick. I guess it hit the top of the iron there. It'll be Central basketball. Usually it's got to hit something other than
I was
the
going to
top
say,
of the
if it didn't
backboard.
go out of bounds.
A little quick whistle by the official, who's basically a JV official, as Meadows works the ball to Efren Rodriguez. He's a good shooter. He drives in. Shot is good. They're coming back. 14-6 the score. The Wildcats down the floor. Oak Ridge, the last several ball games, obviously, has tried to get the ball inside to Cooper Williams, and they're doing a really good job not allowing the ball inside either to Shamar or to Cooper. The Wildcats set it up once again. They don't want to fall in love totally with the 3-point shot. Although the Wildcats have knocked down a few to start this ball game. Here's Caden Brightheart in the hole. A little floating 6-footer is good.
Beautiful.
Caden Brightheart drops it in, and it's 16-6. The Wildcats in the lead. Here comes Rodriguez, and a steal by Garrett Giles. Giles looks for his point guard. Here comes Raekwon Watson. Ray to the hole. No, it's going to be Cooper. Turning, spinning, driving, good! Cooper Williams scores, and Oak Ridge leads it now 18-6. Here come the Bobcats down the floor, struggling against Oak Ridge's pressure defense. Here comes number 2 driving, kicking it out of Meadows. Got to guard him. Clang off the iron, no good. Shamar Green on the rebound. Shamar down the floor to Raekwon Watson. Here comes Garrett Giles. He gives it to Cooper. He dribbles. He lost the ball. He grabbed it. He lost it again. Taken away by Central. Here come the Bobcats. Coast to coast in the paint. Shot off the iron, no good. Caden Brightheart battles for it. Can't get it. They've got the basketball in the right corner. Central trailing Oak Ridge 18-6. 2 minutes, 54 seconds to play here in the first quarter. They shoot with Efren Rodriguez, no good. Rebound, Caden Brightheart. Wildcats with the basketball. Here comes Caden. Caden, coast to coast. Free throw line jumper is up, no good. Rebound, Cooper Williams of Oak Ridge. Cooper holds it, swings it out to Ray. Thought about a 3. Caden dribbles in. Caden Brightheart cannot penetrate. Harass gives it over to Raekwon Watson. Ray drives in. He's got a free lane to the hole. He puts it up there, no good. Tipped and rebounded by Central. Here come the Bobcats. Ray, a lot of contact. Down the floor will come the Bobcats, trying to shoot at Meadows. He shoots a 3. It's off the mark. Cooper's got the rebound. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. What a fast-paced first quarter we've got. We played about 2. We're down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Oak Ridge on top, 18-6. Garrett Giles with the basketball. Looks to Cooper. Won't give it to him. Now gives it to Brightheart. Little 8-footer is up. No good. Cooper, great rebounding position. Good. Count it. And Cooper Williams is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line for the Wildcats.
And it's been really rough down low, David. There's been a lot of, I think, fouls, but they're not been calling anything. They're really letting these guys play down low tonight, which is my kind of basketball. And a good, from a fan's perspective, that's the kind of basketball game you want to watch. And so far, this has been great. Oak Ridge coming out on top here right now, leading 20-8 with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Great start for the Wildcats. Free throw is good. Oak Ridge leads it now 21-6. And then the ball knocked out of bounds by Brandon Hayward, who's come into the ball game. The Wildcats also have Price Davis. Price coming off of his best game offensively ever as a Wildcat, 12 points against Alcoa. Kind of known for his defense and passing, but offensively, he was awesome against Alcoa as they worked the ball along the baseline. Wildcats, Brandon Hayward, actually Price Davis who steals it. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Price dribbles in. Price drives into Cooper. He'll turn, he'll spin, he'll shoot. Good! He's fouled again! Marcus Huey's Central Bobcats falling behind 23-6 with 1:41 to play in the first quarter.
Hey, Cooper was not going to be denied that shot, David. He just muscled his way in. They were leaning all over him. I really don't know how he powered that basketball into the goal, but he did. He got 2. He's getting ready to get 3 if he makes this one.
1:41 to play first quarter, 23-6 Oak Ridge. Cooper's shot good. Great start for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge up 18 points here in the first quarter. 1:39 to play first quarter. The winner plays in the district championship game. Boy, they get the ball easily down the floor. The Wildcats had a breakdown on defense as they score with DJ Smith. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Here comes Caden Brightheart, left side. Price tries to save it, but he cannot. A little wild with the passing there as Garrett Giles is going to come back in the ballgame. Got Will Presley here. We got Caleb Riker. We've got Bashawn Knowles. We have TJ Hibben. Mike Sheehan's with us. Appreciate these guys making the trek over here. The 2 track guys for sure had to come fast as the Bobcats bring the ball down the floor. With the basketball will come number 3. They work the ball along the baseline, trying to get the ball inside. They'll drive in for a shot. It is up, partially rejected, good, and a foul is going to be called. Oak Ridge in the lead by 14. 1:10 to play in the second quarter, 24-10. To the free throw line for them will go Josh Brown. It's very similar to the game we played here at Central about 2 weeks ago where Oak Ridge jumped on them quickly, and then by the time Central recovered, it was really kind of too late. Hopefully that'll be the case tonight if you're an Oak Ridge fan.
Josh Brown really did a good job for Central that time, David, getting that layup and forcing his way in there as his first attempt is up and good.
Oak Ridge basketball coming down the floor. Raekwon Watson, the Wildcats up 24-11. Brandon Hayward with it to Giles. Garrett Giles holds the ball, can't get the ball inside. Now kicks it out Brandon Hayward. Brandon's going to drive in, fires it over to Shamar. Didn't have a good look at it. Gives it over to Raekwon. The Wildcats reset the offense. The Wildcats got to move a little bit. Here comes Oak Ridge once again. Ray dribbles in, penetrates, gives it back to Giles. Garrett cannot shoot. Ray with it. Brandon's wide open. They're not even guarding him. Here it goes to Price Davis. Looks to Giles. Goes to Shamar. 6-footer good. Shamar Green scores over the top of DJ Smith. And Oak Ridge leads 26-11.
That's just a great job offensively of working the ball around to the open man. He got the shot. The Wildcats lead now 26-11.
11.
I can't see the scoreboard.
The winner of this game will take on the winner of Carnes and Powell in the district championship ball game. That'll be Tuesday, 7:30 here at Central High School. The winner of this game also gets to host a region tournament ball game a week from tomorrow. Here's Central with the basketball. They work the ball left corner, trying to get the ball inside. They'll set for a long 3. It's way off the mark. Brandon Hayward's got the rebound. Brandon lobs it up at the buzzer. No good as the first quarter comes to a close. A great first quarter of basketball. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge on top of the Central Bobcats, 26-11, and we'll be back to Central in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mike Sheehan, Vashawn Knowles, Caleb Riker, Will Presley, TJ Hibben. We're live at the District 3 basketball tournament. As I mentioned, the winner gets a chance to play for the championship and gets to host a region tournament ball game. Wildcats, a good start in the first quarter, Mike. They're up 15 points as we go to the second period.
Yeah, they're just really playing strong, and I love their defense. They're really putting a lot of pressure on the Bobcats tonight.
The Wildcats steal the ball. Great play by Cooper. Garrett Giles. Harass goes in for the shot. For that, they're going to say he's fouled on the floor. That'll be his first foul. I was talking with some of the people, the Oak Ridge people, before the game. When they saw this crew walk in, they said, well, this is not an experienced crew. The female official is a good one. She does college basketball. The other two are kind of like JV and freshman type. Price got to get the ball in soon. Gives it in to Garrett Giles. Wildcats in the lead, but like you said a moment ago, they're just letting them play, and I love that.
Yeah,
I love when they let them play. Garrett for three again. Good!
Oh!
Garrett Giles, number 4 in the first half, and the Wildcats lead at 29-11 over Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Dribbling across the time stripe. Here's a pass deflected. Meadows has it. He trips. He works the ball for a 3, pushes it up there. It's off the iron, no good. The rebound knocked out of bounds by the Central Bobcats. Oak Ridge shooting the lights out of this gym here in Fountain City.
I mean, it's raining threes here in Central tonight for the Wildcats. Loving it. Got it. You know, they're not really going inside too hard, but when they do, Cooper's just taking over down low.
29-11 the score. Oak Ridge equals their biggest lead, 18. Wildcats Caden Brighthart with the basketball. Dribbles around a screen, all the way along the baseline, slings it out to Price. Price has a 3. It's on its way, no good. Oh, great rebound to Garrett Giles, saved by Caden. He can't save it, though. Good hustle, though, by everybody involved.
You better believe it. I mean, there was 3 people from Oak Ridge involved in that play, and they were scrapping for all they were worth to get the ball, but they turned it over.
Meadows tried to work the ball in. Here's the pass. It is going to be intercepted. Shamar Green to the bucket. Goes in for the shot. Tipped back up by Giles. No good. Shamar back up. He was fouled. He works the ball in for the shot. Good! Shamar Green just kept fighting the glass. And the Wildcats lead by 20 points here in the first half, 31-11. Great start, obviously, for the Wildcats. Central with the basketball. They swing the ball to Efren Rodriguez. Rodriguez, right in front of the Oak Ridge bench, backs it up and dribbles out. Lost the ball off his body, out of bounds. Should be Oak Ridge's ball. She missed it. That looked like
it went off his
foot. It was off the Central player.
Yeah, it was.
But things happen. It's a lot easier to not complain as much when you're up by 20 in the first half.
That's the truth.
Central basketball. They'll work the ball in. Top of the key, over on the right side. Meadows swings it around the horn. Off it goes to Reggie Jones. Jones to Rodriguez. Out he goes once again. Bounce pass goes inside. It's going to be a kickball. Oh, they're going to call a foul. I don't know. Might have been some contact there, but they've let them play until just then. Then a back-to-back bad call, and then a ticky-tack foul. 31-11 the score.
Cooper's got 2 fouls now. Early on here in the second quarter. They may be taking him out soon, giving him a little rest.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Ray gets a steal, goes up for the shot, no good, has to back it up. Wildcats, Garrett Giles wide open, nobody even covering him. He missed the layup, though. Man. He was so wide open.
That was frustration.
He's hit 4. There's a charge against Central. He was so wide open. He's nailed 4 threes in the ball game. He was like 2 feet away from the goal, and he'll worry about that one more than anything.
And he's going to be bruised up in the morning too. That was a pretty hard fall.
31-11, the Wildcats in the lead. The winner to take on the winner of Carnes and Powell. That'll be the district championship game. That'll be coming up on Tuesday at 7:30. Oak Ridge basketball. Caden Brighthart with the basketball. We've got some milestones that have been passed here in this one. I'll talk about that in a minute. Good defense there by Rodriguez. Saved away by Central. They worked the ball in for a shot. It's good. That's a really nice shot there by J.D. Harris. Here's Oak Ridge coming back the other way, leading 31-13. Price Davis, number 5. No good. Price on the rebound, back up with a shot. He's fouled, and Price Davis will go to the free throw line.
Garrett Giles had a good shot, David. It just came off the rim. Price Davis right there to get the rebound and the foul. He will shoot 2 free throws.
Price is a 50% free throw shooter on the year. Hasn't been there a lot. Toss, good. Price knocks it down. Oak Ridge by 19 once again, 32-13. It's hard to see the clock, really. 5:25 to play,
It really is.
especially with these 39-year-old eyes. Toss on its way up there, good.
Plus 20.
Here comes the Bobcats down the floor. 20-point game. Wildcats in the lead. Here comes Rodriguez, nearly turned the ball over. They're going to drive. He walked. He walked big time. Call it. He did.
Oh, he called it. Got it.
This has been the best officiated game so far.
Yeah,
You know.
they've done a really good job, except that one call. But like I said, that Central needed a break the way they're playing.
And you know what? With the pace of the game, it would be hard to officiate a game like
oh,
this.
it sure would. Racehorse basketball, what I call it.
I know you and I couldn't do it. We'd get one trip up the floor and have to
I'd
go
be
sit
dead.
down.
Yeah, I need a CPR.
Ray for three. It's too strong. Garrett tips it in. Good. Garrett Giles with a tip-in shot, and the Wildcats lead Central, the home team. Here's nearly a steal. Price hustles. What a great play. Here comes Giles. We might have a dunk. Garrett to the hole. He lays it in and scores again.
Beautiful.
Garrett Giles and the Wildcats routing the Bobcats on their home floor. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the second quarter, 37-13. Mike, what a start for the Wildcats.
This is just great, David. I tell you, Giles in particular, between him and Cooper Williams, they've just been dominant. And I'll tell you something else I've been noticing. Central is one and done. They shoot the ball. If they miss it, Oak Ridge rebounds. And, you know, we're just taking over right now, David.
But, Sean, your thoughts of the first half and the great start?
Great start for Garrett. Great start for Cooper. I feel like the whole team, they're just working in unison, and their defense is playing really well. And Central just can't catch a break and find anything to do about it.
But, Sean, how many points does Garrett have right now?
Garrett has 16 points, and 4 of them are, or not 4 of them, 12 of them are on three-pointers.
He's got more points than Central right now.
Hey, he a dog. He a dog.
Wildcats in the lead, 37-13. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to play. Want to remind everybody, tonight over in District 4, other ball games going on. Maryville's taking on William Blunt on the boys' side. West is taking on Bearden. That'll be a track meet, Bearden and West going on. But the game later on tonight, we've got Powell taking on Carnes. The other semifinal round game, the winner of that game plays the winner of this game. The losers play in the consolation game, and those games will be on Tuesday. The Lady Wildcats in the district championship game on Monday as they take on an old foe. We played Campbell County many times, like 10 times in the district championship ball game. That's who the Lady Wildcats will play on Monday. Meadows with the basketball. They work the ball in for a little shot. Hits the rim, no good. Rebound tracked down by Central. Back to Meadows. Meadows cannot shoot. He works the ball inside. They work the ball along the baseline. Shot is no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Ray. And then he loses the ball out of bounds. He got a little shove from the backside by DJ Smith, but no call there. It'll be Oak Ridge basketball. Oak Ridge on top by 24 points here, 37-13. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to play in the first half. Here comes the inbounds, and it comes to the Bobcats. They're wearing their all-black jerseys. Wildcats trying to sweep the Central team. You might remember, here's a steal. Brandon Hayward picked his pocket, takes it to the hole. He puts it up there, no good. Can't get it to fall, but a great play by Brandon. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. They work the ball cross court. Around to the top it goes to Rodriguez. Nice move. Goes in for the shot, no good. Garrett Giles on the rebound. Central can't get anything to fall on their home floor. Garrett to the hole, no good. Garrett Giles is fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you, Garrett just driving right into the goal, right into the heart of the defense, if you will. And the only thing they could do was foul him to keep him from making another layup. Garrett Giles is just playing outstanding tonight, David.
37-13 the score. Garrett was co-hosted the TV show with me on Wednesday, and he told me that he was uncomfortable in the Fulton ball game because he hadn't played in an environment that big and that really with that kind of a team. But he's making up for it today for sure.
He certainly is. And, you know, there's a fair crowd here, and I'm a little bit disappointed, but people still keep coming in, so it's a pretty good crowd.
38-13 the score. Look at Will Presley over there in his track uniform doing camera work for us on prepradio.com and totally focused in on the game as the free throw is good. Here come the Bobcats down the floor with the basketball. Central, coast to coast with it goes Reggie Jones. He works the ball inside to the big guy, wants to shoot. He should have shot it earlier. Cooper's got the rebound. Central can't get anything to drop. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Caden Brightheart dribbles in the right in front of the bench, gives it over to Cooper. Garrett Giles, will he hit another one? Yes, he will! Number 5 for Garrett Giles. And here come the Bobcats down the floor. Garrett having a night here in the first half. Oak Ridge on top, 42-13, and he's got 21 points. And here's nearly another steal by Cooper Williams. What a ball game, the Wildcats. You know, we talked about this. The last 3 ball games against Powell, Fulton, and Alcoa were going to get Oak Ridge ready for the postseason, and they are ready.
They are ready.
At least tonight they are just lighting it up, playing outstanding defense, just taking apart the home-standing Bobcats. They miss another 3, another rebound, pulled away by the Bobcats, up for the shot, no good. Rebound, Caden had it, saved by Giles. Garrett Giles in the rear court. Here comes Garrett down the floor. He's fouled. He walks for the basketball. How come they didn't see the foul? That's the freshman official there who didn't make a call. The other official's going to come over and say that he was shoved.
Yeah, he was.
The taller guy is not a varsity official, and he has struggled already. He has been looking for help the entire time.
You know, he literally pushed Garrett down, and he made him slide across the floor, and they called Garrett for walking? I don't think so.
They're going to keep it a travel. I mean,
I'm sorry if I don't agree with that.
But I don't agree with it, but at least they got together to talk about it. Even if they were wrong, at least they got together. Oak Ridge on top, 42-13, 2 minutes, 56 seconds to play in the second quarter. Central just having trouble getting the ball in. Cooper just steals it. Cooper and Brandon Hayward, they just combine to get a turnover. Caden Brightheart down the middle of the floor. Caden dribbles in, lost the hand of the ball, and this time he is fouled. And they did call it. The other guy did not. That freshman official, he is passive. I mean,
he sure is, man.
I don't blame him. It's a big opportunity for him, but he's got if he's going to officiate big boy game, he's got to be a big boy and blow that whistle.
Yeah, really. That was one of those things that, you know, that's just the way of the world when it comes to basketball sometimes. Things don't go your way, but they didn't deserve it, and they got stolen on the inbound play, so Oak Ridge got it right back.
Charlie Toppenheim in the ball game. Ray's in there. He wants to dribble in, cannot do it. Backs it up once again. Caden Brightheart on the left wing. Here it goes to Toppenheim. Charlie dribbles in, no place to go. He lost it. And then what's the call? They're going to call a foul, I believe, against either Ray or Charlie. I thought she said 1-1, but I
2-1, I believe.
Yeah, okay, good. It should have been on Charlie, because I thought it should be. It'll be Oak Ridge still leading 42-13, the winner to play for the district championship on Tuesday night, 7:30 here at Central. The losers play in the consolation game against the loser of Carnes and Powell, which will be the game right after this game. Here comes Central with the basketball, and I want to talk about something in a minute. Mike, I don't know if you were at the district tournament a year ago as they get a shot off, no good. Rebound back up, no good. Boy, Central can't hit anything.
No.
They're going to call a foul against Oak Ridge. And I know Vashon was there. I know Caleb was there. They were my crew that night. Vashon, you guys remember last year's game against Central when we were the heavy favorite in that game, and we got absolutely terrible officiating in that game, and we lost. And it cost us a chance to host the region tournament. Oak Ridge
I do remember that. Yeah.
Oak Ridge is not letting that happen tonight.
No,
they're
not.
out.
That's not going to happen already.
I mean, a lot of basketball to be played, but the way they've played here in the first half, as both free throws are good, 42 points in the first half is an incredible amount of points against a good athletic Central team. Ray backs it up here. 2:06 to play. Charlie Toppenheim with the basketball. The Wildcats have Garrett Giles, Shamar Green. Ray's got a wide open 3. Why not? Good. 3-point shot. Wildcats just drilling everything. Marcus Huey doesn't know what to do. His team is a good team, but they're down 30 points in the first half in a district semifinal round ball game.
Well, I don't know we've ever shot the ball any better this whole year, David.
Here comes this big guy trying to shoot. He can't get past Shamar. Here's Meadows for 3. It's up no good. Charlie's got the rebound. Charlie Toppenheim gives it off left side to Ray. And Ray can't control his own dribble. He smiles as he comes down the floor. Remember, at halftime, we'll have the halftime statistics as provided by Vashon Knowles. They'll be up to date and correct, I know, because his friend Caleb Riker is there helping him. Will Presley doing work for us as well. Love having the football team here and Caleb. as they work the ball in for a shot. Good. Central scores. The Wildcats coming down the floor. Raekwon Watson. I think honestly, the only way that Central can come back with Oak Ridge is they've got to press from now on the rest of the ball game, as there's got to be another foul. It's going to be a blocking foul. Ray takes a nasty tumble. I think the only way to do it is to press Oak Ridge on every possession. Speed Oak Ridge up, make them make mistakes.
Exactly, and that, you know, they're already getting a little bit winded. I can't see them on full court press, and no more bench strength than they have. I don't foresee that happening. I think the Wildcats have got this game in control way before the half.
Free throw is good. Ray on the year for the Wildcats is a 67% free throw shooter. Wildcats playing with Charlie Taubenheim. He's a sophomore. We've got senior Caden Brighthart in the ball game. Juniors Garrett Giles, Raekwon Watson, and Shamar Green in the ball game. Here comes the Central Bobcats. While I have an opportunity, I don't want to not mention the fact that our sponsor for this ball game on our YouTube stream has been Eric and Holly Williams. They paid the rights fee to the TSSAA. Missed shot. Charlie battles for the rebound, can't get it. Saved on the floor by the Bobcats. They'll try to get the ball inside, and they do. Shot is missed, though. Charlie's got the rebound. Charlie Taubenheim, harassed, gives it over to Raekwon Watson. Here comes Caden Brighthart, three-pointer, left corner, good! The Wildcats can't miss tonight in Fountain City. 32 seconds to play. The Wildcats up 49-17 over the Central Bobcats. Lady Wildcats last night annihilated Halls in their semifinal round game by over 40 points. This Central team's better than that. As there's a nice play by J.D. Harris, this Central team is better than this. The Wildcats are just playing with all cylinders firing right now.
Oh, no, it's just amazing how much they're playing, how well they're playing, and how well they're shooting. Oh.
Ray is fouled. Here's the final shot at the buzzer. It's good!
Oh,
three-point
beautiful
prayer launched, and that is the end of the first half. But what a first half it was. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge lead it by a score of 49-19, and there's some.
They didn't count that three, David. They said the buzzer went off before it went in.
Well, okay. Well, Will Presley will know best because he had it on tape. As the Wildcats lead it by 30 at the half, Mike, your thoughts?
I just thought this is one of the best games I've seen in forever. I mean, these guys have shot better than I've ever seen them play, and they're really on fire. I mean, we got 8 3-pointers already. Garrett Giles has just been magnificent. Cooper down low. And the rebounding has just been unbelievable, David. And the defense, man, they put a hurt on poor old Central Bobcats. You know, they left out here with their head hung low, and they should, because Oak Ridge is up 49-19 at the half. I would have never thought this score would happen in 100 years, but the Oak Ridge Wildcat boys have come out on fire.
We're at halftime here. The Wildcats by 30, 49-19. We are live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. We appreciate Eric and Holly Williams, our sponsor, who paid the TSSAA. Want to remind everybody that our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be coming up on Monday, 7:30, the District 3 Girls Championship ball game. They'll be taking on the Campbell County Lady Cougars. And as I mentioned before, and you know this as well as I do, we have played Campbell County in the Girls District Championship many times. The Wildcats have only, I think this will be the 10th time. We played Campbell County in 1984, 1987, 1989, 1991, 1998, 2003, 2010, 2016, 2018, 2019, all district championships. Only one time has Campbell County beaten Oak Ridge, and that was in 1991. You can kind of remember, and you'll remember these, Mike, the most valuable players of these tournaments. In '84, it was the legendary Regina Kirk, who was a legend. In fact, is in the Chattanooga UTC Hall of Fame down there. Nancy Smith was the most valuable player in the '87 game. The late great Cynthia Dunnigan was the most valuable player in 1989. Campbell County won it in 1991, and their player Jill Cox won it. In 1998, we beat Campbell County for the District Girls Championship. Jennifer Wilson was the most valuable player. 2003, we beat Campbell County for the championship, and the late, great Brittany Frazier was the most valuable player. In 2010, Jasmine Hazard was the MVP. And then in 2016, 18, and 19, Jada Gwynn was the most valuable player, and she's lining it up in the Southern Conference. Let's go to my good friend over here, Vashawn Knowles. Vashawn, you've got the scoring in the first half.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Garrett Giles led all scorers through the half with 21. Second was Ray Ray. He had 9. Cooper Williams had 8. Caden Brighthart had 5. Shamar Green with 4. Price Davis with 2. Garrett Giles was just shooting the lights out. He had 5 threes at the half. And for scoring for the Central Bobcats was DJ Smith had 2. Efren Rodriguez had 6. J.D. Harris had 4. Reggie Jones with 1. Will Meadows with 3. And Josh Brown with 3.
And our halftime score, the Wildcats. Go ahead, Sean, were you done?
I was just about to say halftime score 49-19. Wildcats are up.
We're at halftime of this game. The winner of this game will take on the winner of the Powell Cards game, which will take place immediately following this game. And then if the Wildcats can win this game, well, whoever wins this game is going to host a Saturday ball game. If the Wildcats can hold on and win this game, they will host the first round of the region tournament on Saturday against the number 3 or the number 4 team out of District 4. And no telling who that's going to be. It's West, William Blunt, Bearden, and I've just gone blank, Maryville, obviously. Maryville's hosting their district tournament, and all 4 of those teams are very good. So it's not going to be easy in the region tournament. And the Lady Wildcats are not going to have an easy time with William Blunt and Maryville. The Lady Wildcats will play either William Blunt or Maryville a week from tonight at the Wildcat Arena. But then you got Farragut and Bearden as well. So the region tournament, you get this far, only the good teams survive.
Yeah, really, things get really tough after you get out of the district. And, you know, you're also playing teams you haven't played before, and that makes a difference, too. You don't know exactly about their personnel. But, Dave, if you can take their leading scorer and limit their touches or mess up their percentage of being able to score, you have to stand a good chance of win. And I love the way the Oak Ridge Wildcat boys are playing tonight. Their defense has just been downright stifling. And the rebounding, you know, Central only gets 1 shot on the goal, then Oak Ridge gets it back. So it's been a dominant Oak Ridge Wildcat performance tonight before halftime.
Mike, if you would, reading down our sponsors here.
And we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Fox Insurance Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Main Street Lofts, Washboard Wash and Fold, Jamie Brooks for Anderson County Chancellor, Oak Ridge Utility District, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, and last but most certainly not least, Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic.
Thanks a lot, Mike. We're at halftime here. The Wildcats on top by a score of 49-19. Here comes the Cardinal and Gray out of the dressing room. Central probably getting a tongue lashing from Marcus Huey down in their dressing room right now because it has been all Oak Ridge. But, you know, we've been on the other end of this when a team just comes out and just shoots lights out. You know, I mean, just, you know, what can you do?
I mean, you know, we've talked about this. How do you explain that? One night you come out and you can't buy a basket. Nothing goes right. You don't get rebounds. You don't box out. And you get beat. And tonight is not Central's night. The Wildcats have come out with such great determination, David. It's been a tremendous performance by the Oak Ridge boys team tonight.
Mike, we're all about local businesses here at Prep Radio and Oak Ridge Sports, and our newest sponsor, Andy's Pizza, located at Ridgeway Center at the 156 Bus Terminal Road. They are locally owned, and everything is made there in store. Each and every Wildcat ball game, we would like to give away a free pizza from Andy's Pizza. And if you're listening to the game and you're going to be at the game Monday, we will give you a certificate. If you're the first person who comes up to me at Central High School and says, I want that free pizza, I will give you a free pizza certificate from Andy's Pizza and more. And we appreciate you them as one of our sponsors. Halftime score, Wildcats on top 49-19. A lot of basketball still to be played. We'll be back for the second half in a moment.
Thank you.
Welcome back once again. David Clary along with Mike Sheehan, Vashawn Knowles, Caleb Riker, Will Presley, and TJ Hibben as the Wildcats of Oak Ridge have blown out to a 49-19 lead. And the Wildcats are going to get the ball first as we start playing the second quarter. Mike, there's a lot of basketball to be played.
Oh, yeah, there definitely is. I mean, it's just halftime just now ended. The Wildcats, they get to throw the end balls inbound first, so they get the ball first.
Here comes Garrett Giles, another three, no good. Shamar battles for the rebound. Garrett's got it, goes in for the shot. They're going to say he traveled. I don't believe so. I believe he took a Euro step kind of along the baseline.
I think you're right.
He didn't even have the ball. He didn't even have the ball when they said he traveled. That is not a good call.
I agree.
But, oh, well. Yeah, I agree with that. That's not me, Caleb. That is not me. I don't look like that guy. Almost a steal there by Oak Ridge. They think I look like that guy. Here come the Bobcats, and then a double dribble is called, and we'll get the makeup back from the good official.
Exactly.
She does college basketball too. She is a really good official.
I believe it. I've been watching her. She's really good. She's not very tall, but she's really good.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. All right, guys. All right. They're giving me a hard time. Here's Garrett dribbling in. No place to go except to Shamar. Wildcat court spacing not good right there. The Wildcats two really not so really stellar possessions right there, and Central will get the basketball. I'm looking for my roster here. I know I've got it someplace. I
didn't take it.
I know you didn't take it. As the Bobcats bring the ball down the floor. I haven't really had a chance to talk much about them because they haven't really done that much. As there's a shot good. Like I said, they can get back in this ballgame. Wildcats cannot take their foot off the pedal. As Ray dribbles in, gives it off to Brightheart. Wildcats can't expect to shoot threes like they did as Caden floats one up there, no good. Rebound Central. So the Wildcats still yet to score. Down the floor with the basketball will come Central. Efren Rodriguez dribbles in, swings the ball to the left corner, unable to shoot. They'll work the ball back to the top of the circle. Here it goes to J.D. Harris. They shoot a three. It's partially rejected. He missed it.
Ooh.
Rebound, Shamar Green. The Wildcats playing with Raekwon Watson along with Cooper Williams. Here's Ray Ray to the hole. Shot is no good. Cooper's got the board up. Good. Cooper Williams off the glass. And then,
They're hurt.
hopefully they're okay. Cooper and Ray Ray both had a little bit of a tumble, and they're okay. Cooper's smiling. Ray Ray's limping. They're both smiling, which is a good thing. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. Oak Ridge by 30. 51-21 the score. 6:11 to play. Bobcat basketball. They're wearing their all-black jersey, the red and white trim. The Wildcats wearing their Cardinal jerseys with white and gray trim. With the basketball will come Rodriguez. Efren Rodriguez drives against Caden. Behind the back dribble. Cannot penetrate all the way in. Backs it up once again to number 2. That'll be J.D. Harris. Harris drives in. Fadeaway jumper. That's an air ball out of bounds. Saved by Oak Ridge, but then they get it and they shoot a three. That's off the rim, no good. Ray Ray's fouled there, freshman official. Look at that. You're right there.
Come on.
Call something. Oh my gosh. And
Blow the whistle, dude.
he's a freshman official, I'm telling you. He was watching that whole time. And we had a great look at it right here.
I mean, they're right
he
here in
just
front of
swallowed his whistle.
He
I
sure
mean-
did.
But like I said, I couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. I know those guys couldn't do it.
I thought maybe his whistle pea was hung or something. But there was no noise coming out of it. I thought, how is that not a foul?
There must be a shortage of officials tonight because there's tournaments going on everywhere. Because
Oh, yeah.
this guy is not usually a varsity official. So
I believe that.
we'll give him credit. He's out there, and it is kind of a hostile environment. The Wildcats in the lead by a score of 51-21. I want to remind everybody, the girls' district championship game Monday. I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. We need some fans over here. I know a lot of the fans tend to only watch the boys' games, but the Lady Wildcats will play for a championship with a chance to be the number 1 seed as Cooper goes in for the shot. No good. That is a foul. And I don't know if the other guy even saw it, but it'll be Oak Ridge going to the line. It'll be Monday night, 7:30 against Campbell County. Tuesday, the Wildcats will be playing, hopefully in the championship game, against either Powell or Carnes. That'll be a 7:30 ball game. All the games at Central. The Lady Wildcats hosting a region game on Friday, a week from tonight, and the boys hoping to do the same. So I think I've got that straightened out.
Good deal, David. I'm just so glad we get another home game. That'll be sweet.
Cooper hit the first free throw. Oak Ridge by 31 points. Vashawn, would you have ever expected a game like this? Vashawn Knowles, would you have expected a game like this?
Heck yeah, this team is special, honestly, and this is a very star-studded team for us, and I think the aspirations are sky high for us. So I expect us to get this level a little earlier, but I mean, it is what it is.
Caleb Riker?
Well, I mean, we obviously have stars on this team, and we played good at the start of the year, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wasn't there for the Bahamas, of course, but
You were at the Arby's Classic, though.
I was at the Arby's Classic, though, and we had a slump there, but I think really we hit a little bit of a roadblock whenever we lost Brendan, but I think we're finding our feet again and really getting going whenever we gear up for this state championship run.
Oak Ridge basketball, while we were gone, they scored. Here's Ray Ray driving along the baseline. Garrett Giles, wide open three. It's good again. Garrett Giles with 24 points and how many threes? 6 threes in the ballgame. The record is 9 for a Wildcat player. Oak Ridge in the lead now, 55-23. Central on their home floor just getting annihilated. The Wildcats are not going to let what happened last year to them happen again. They were upset in overtime with absolutely the worst officiating in the history of high school basketball. Some of the worst calls I've ever seen. You know me, I say that a lot, but I'm being honest. That was absolutely the worst officiated ball game last year. There was 2 really bad ones and 1 good one, and all the calls went against us in that one. And give credit to Central. Central really played well last year too. We didn't.
They did.
And then they got a little help. So, what can you say?
David, Cooper just got his 3rd foul. They called him for over the back. I don't know about that call either, but Cooper's going to go take him a short rest on the bench.
The good news is Oak Ridge is up 55-23, a 32-point lead. Oh, Shamar smacks his stuff to the fountain. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Price Davis with it to Shamar Green. He'll turn, he'll spin, he'll drive. He's fouled by the entire team. Shamar Green's going to go to the free throw line for the Wildcats. He'll have 2 shots.
They were not going to let him make that layup. No way, no how. They reached in and fouled him really hard.
Shamar's a 69% free throw shooter. He's a junior. He's steadily gotten better as a player. Did not start playing organized basketball, Mike, till he was in the 8th grade. And, you know, with that size, that athleticism, steadily he's gotten better and better. And he's, you know, he's been a starter most of the year for the Wildcats. And he's only a junior. He's only going to get better.
Yeah, he's a very talented player. And an athletic build, got it going for himself right now as his next free throw is up and good.
So Shamar's on the board. The Wildcat lead is 56-23. Here come the Bobcats. The Wildcats currently in the ballgame. Caden Brightheart, Garrett Giles, Brandon Hayward, Price Davis, and Shamar Green. Here comes Central. Left corner. They work the ball along the baseline. He almost steps out of bounds. You're in a bad position to see it. The lady was. She's a good official, and she's got her eyes on everybody. 3 minutes, 37 seconds to play. Third quarter, Central just trying to solve the Oak Ridge defense right now. Wildcats just hit them hard with the three-point shots, and it hasn't let up as the ball is knocked out of bounds on a deflection, they say, last touch by Oak Ridge.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Coach Green didn't want me to say this, but he was actually nervous before the ball game because he remembered what happened last year. He was kind of concerned to play a team and beat them 3 times in the same year. And you can look on this floor. That is a talented Central team.
Yes, it is.
But Oak Ridge just came out and hit them in the mouth.
Oh, they have, and they're not giving them any uncontested shots, David. Everything they've had to really work hard for. And that's why they only have 23 points, because Oak Ridge defense had just been downright stifling, really.
The loser of this game, Central is going to the region tournament too, but they will have to go on the road at Bearden or at Marable, and that's not where you want to be. As Price is in a little trouble here, and I think Coach Green has called a timeout to save possession. Once again, I'd like to thank Eric and Holly Williams for sponsoring our broadcast tonight. The teams involved in the region tournament, as I mentioned earlier, Oak Ridge, Carnes, Central, and Powell. Powell and Carnes will play immediately following this game. Maryville, William Blunt, Bearden, and West on the boys' side. On the girls' side, the Lady Wildcats are going to play either William Blunt or Maryville in the first round at the Wildcat Arena a week from tonight, 7 o'clock. They'll play, we know that right now. They're going to play either William Blunt or Maryville. Other teams involved, Bearden and Farragut, and in our district, Oak Ridge, Carnes, Halls, and Campbell County. Mike, what can you say? It's been a pleasure to watch this ball game if you're an Oak Ridge fan.
I've never seen the Wildcats play any better, David.
They're not even guarding Brandon Hayward. They're just letting him roam free. Brandon's got it now. He's so quick. He goes up for the baseline, almost lost it, goes right up for the shot. No good. Rebounded by the Central Bobcats. 2:47 to play. 56-23. The Wildcats in the lead. Central works the ball along the baseline. Here's a shot. No good. Brandon Hayward, probably the best jumper in the gym right now as the Wildcats go in for the shot. That's Caden Brightheart. A little sweet kiss off the glass, and the Wildcats lead it 58-23.
Speaking of jumper, man, he jumped right up and put that in the hole off the glass. Sweet three-pointer.
Brick shot that time by Central. Central knows their fate. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. The Wildcats just can do no wrong. And I want to talk about a couple of milestones. As Garrett Giles gets it, he goes down low. Brandon Hayward gets the shot up, good. Brandon Hayward scores. In this ball game tonight, Garrett Giles has scored his 1,200th career point. Here's another shot missed, tipped up and good. Caden Brightheart has scored his 800th career point. Raekwon Watson has scored his 600th career point, and Cooper Williams has scored his 500th career point. That's all tonight. All those milestones met tonight in this game.
That's outstanding, David.
Let's watch this computer there. They score. Oak Ridge in the lead, 60-27. Wildcats down the floor. Minute 28 to play. And the Wildcats, Brandon Hayward is fouled. What I thought they should have done, and they didn't really do it, Coach Huey, I guess he knows more about basketball than I do, obviously, but I would have pressed us from the beginning, as the Wildcats are going to substitute, and they're going to get Malik Howard in the ballgame. Charlie Taubenheim, Jarrell Jimerson is in. Wildcats staying in with Price Davis and Brandon Hayward. So Coach Green calling off the Dogs here.
Well, they haven't been able to slow the Wildcats down today. We've outscored them unbelievable in the first 2 quarters, and things are going the same way here in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats up now 60-27.
Oak Ridge basketball, Price Davis with it. Wildcats, Charlie Taubenheim, he's a great three-point shooter. Missed it this time. Oh, Malik Howard, the freshman, with the putback bucket, and the Wildcat lead is 62-27 over Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. We're exactly a minute away from the start of the 4th quarter. Bobcat basketball, they still got their main guys in there. They're trying to do what they can, but that's not much. Brandon gets the steal, slings it over to Price. Price Davis inside. Jarrell Jimerson with a bucket, good. Jarrell scores for the Wildcats, and even the substitute players making mayhem on the Central Bobcats.
They certainly are. They just scoring at will, David.
64-27 Oak Ridge. 35.7 seconds to play. The winner to play either Carnes or Powell. That game will follow here at Central High School. I wish we could broadcast it. Coach Mitchell came up there and said, hey, are you all kind of taping the ball game for YouTube? And we're not allowed to do that unless somebody wanted to pay $250. And I can tell you this, I wasn't going to pay $250 to do a Carnes Powell ball game for sure.
Oh, come on.
That wasn't going to happen.
I'm not surprised.
We're down to 35 seconds, 64-27. The score, free throw is good. Justice West is now in the ball game. So the Wildcats, let's see, have in the game 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior. As the Wildcats, great pass to Jimerson, saved by Charlie. Charlie around to Malik. Malik's a good three-point shooter. Will go in himself for the shot. Right-handed in, good. Malik Howard scores, and the Wildcats just routing the Bobcats. I mean, I'm trying to be nice. Central is good, and I don't want to make anybody think that I'm just, and I am a total homer for Oak Ridge, but I'm trying to give Central a little credit. Oh, my Lord! Brandon Hayward just smacked that one to Halls. And
I'm glad that ball didn't hit anybody. When it just barely missed the cheerleader. That was a 90-mile-an-hour rocket block.
Here comes Central driving in the paint, wanting to shoot. Good. That one counts as the 3rd quarter comes to a close. We have played 3 quarters of basketball, and the Wildcats have a 36-point lead over Central. 66-30 our score. Back to Central High School in a moment. Welcome back to the District 3 basketball tournament. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge in the lead by 36 points. As we start play in the 4th quarter, we'll have a running clock here, Mike.
Yeah.
Central can kind of close the
surprise.
gap here. Bobcat ball. They've got their young people in, and number 12 wanted to shoot. Malik says, no way, you're not shooting over me. Here come the Bobcats, number 12 with the basketball. Let me get my roster out again. They put up a shot, no good. Mike, I've lost my roster again.
David, I wanted to tell you right quick, the Wildcats led after the 1st quarter by 15 points. At the half, they led by 30, and after the end of 3, they led by 36.
I know, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, like Vashon and Caleb both said, I mean, they've had the potential to be this team all season long, but, you know, losing Brennan Scott, make sure your mic's still on, losing Brennan Scott the Wildcats had to adapt a little bit without him on the floor.
Right.
And they seem to have done that quite nicely here tonight.
Oh, absolutely they have.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Justice with it to Charlie. Charlie to Gavin Johnson. Gavin inside, nice pass to Malik Howard. Shot good. Malik Howard puts it up. The freshman's got points. He's got 6 points. And down the floor will come the Bobcats once again. They've got substitutes in. That's Ian Clevenger with the basketball. Gavin steals it off his head, then slings it up the floor to Justice West. And here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Justice with it, top of the circle, gives it to Charlie. Charlie Toppenheim wants to drive. He turns, he spins, he shoots. Missed it. Tipped up, no good. Taken away by Central. Charlie had a really good game at Central the last time we were here. It was going to be a reach-in foul. It's on the floor.
Yeah.
And he did call it right. Good job there. And with a running clock here, the Wildcats lead it by a score of 68-31. I think one of the most surprising things that happened to me tonight was somebody in the gym was watching our broadcast and won the Andy's Pizza.
That's a great thing.
And free pizza from Andy's as they shoot a three. That's no good. On the rebound, Malik Howard. Malik down the middle of the floor. Turns, gives it left side. Justice West, the freshman, good! Great job there by Justice West. Everybody getting in on the action here tonight as Central drives left. Top of the circle, 70-31. Here's another steal. Jarrell Jemerson with the basketball. Here's Justice driving. Justice shooting. Justin missed it. Rebound, Bobcats, and then a reach-in foul called against Jarrell Jemerson. Got a running clock. Be a short night here as the Wildcats will win, and the Wildcats will play for the district championship. The Wildcats, until last year when Central beat us over at Powell, Oak Ridge had been to 10 consecutive district championship ball games, but then Central ended that last year in that overtime loss at Powell. The Wildcats back in the championship game where they have spent a lot of times. They'll be going for their 41st district championship. There's another partially blocked shot rebounded by Oak Ridge. Wildcats' first district championship came in 1946. Mike, you were a senior that year.
Right.
And the Wildcats have won 40.
Right. I was just a twinkle in my mother's eye, not till 49 was I born. You know, I was going to tell you, David, you know, I'm at that age now where I'm young to older people, and I'm old to younger people.
Well, that's true. Wildcat basketball, Justice West. Let's get Charlie in the shooting parade here. I think Charlie and Gavin Johnson are the only ones that haven't scored in this one. Wildcats get it into Charlie, and he can't get it. Battles for the rebound. Justice has it goes right back up with it. No good. Malik Howard up good. Malik puts it in, and the Wildcat lead is 72-31. This is as bad as it was last night. The Lady Wildcats won by this same score right now, where it is right now. 72-31 was the final score of the Lady Wildcat game.
Ironic.
Central shoots, brick, no good. Rebound, Charlie Taubenheim. 4 minutes, 9 seconds to play in the ball game. Gavin Johnson in the right corner holds it, gives it into Malik. Malik stops, pops, won't drop.
In and out.
Rebounded by Central. Here come the Bobcats down the floor. 3:57 to play. Let me get some of these guys' names in. Number 30 with the ball, that is Trey Hemmingson. He missed a shot. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. As I mentioned last night, the Lady Wildcats won by 41. The guys are up by 41 right now. Here's a shot, good. 3-point shot made by Gavin Johnson. So that's 3 points for him. So now we just got to get Charlie to score. I think Charlie's the only Wildcat that has not scored besides Ethan and Dallin, I believe. And here comes Ethan and Dallin about to check into the ball game. So let's get Charlie some points here. Let's let everybody be happy. Let's let everybody get in the box score. So it'll take Vashawn Knowles 20 minutes to type in my tweet.
It's not been Charlie's fault. He just hadn't had a really good look all night. He's come awfully close to scoring as he's going to come out of the game, so he may not get to score tonight. But so he's a prolific scorer most of the time.
So we have the twins coming in here, Ethan James and Dallin James. 3:15 and counting. Oak Ridge in the lead, 75-31. Has anybody made a shot in the last for Central this entire quarter?
No, I don't
think so. As Dallin brings the ball down the floor. Dallin with it, 1 point this quarter. Here's Malik Howard spinning, driving, shooting, whirling, twirling, putting it in and scoring. And 8 points for the freshman. 77-31, all Oak Ridge Wildcats here at Central High School at the District 3 tournament. They get a bucket. It's pandemonium here at Central High School as Cameron Horton scores. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. Dallin James holds the ball, dribbles, gives it over to Justice. Thought about launching a three, dribbles, drives, pulls up, shoots, no good. Rebound, Central. 2 minutes, 34 seconds to play. Down the floor with the basketball will come Preston Hampton. Hampton throws the ball to the left wing. They shoot a three. It's no good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Coming down with the basketball is Oak Ridge's Justice West. West brings the ball down the floor. He's got Ethan at the top of the circle. Ethan James dribbles, drives. Man, got hammered in the face. No foul. Ethan James caught a hand in the face. And they're going to say it's Central's ball. So he got beat up, and they lost the ball together. Here comes Central down the floor. Oak Ridge on top, 77-33. Oak Ridge, girls and boys. He blows the layup. Good defense, Ethan James. They're just letting them play now. As Malik's going to go in for double digits. He scores, and he's got 12 now. The Wildcats in the lead, 79-63. Here comes number 12 driving in. We're down to 1:33 to play. Oak Ridge in the lead. There's a hop, step, and a jump. They work the ball inside the paint. Will Central put up a bucket? They work the ball to the corner. Here's a three, no good. Rebound, Malik Howard. The freshman has it to Gavin Johnson. Gavin dribbles, drives, shoots, no good. Rebound to off the body of Gavin Johnson out of bounds with 1:10 to play in the ball game. Oak Ridge leads it 79-33. Bobcat ball. Shot is missed. Rebound, Malik Howard. Malik running the floor. Malik's got 12. Malik's got 14. If he hits it, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Oak Ridge. We are under a minute to play. Oak Ridge, boys and girls, headed for the district championship ball games. The girls will be playing on Monday night at 7:30 against Campbell County. The boys will be playing. Oh boy, that was going to be a dunk by Malik Howard. If he had gotten the pass to him cleanly, Malik was going to throw it down here at Central High School.
Exactly. The pass was just errant and went out of bounds. What a shame. Malik just about had him one.
79-33. Central's going to say, okay, let's not shoot anymore. Let's head to the dressing room. The embarrassment is big enough. They don't want it to be any worse, as Oak Ridge has come to Central in their first game of the district tournament, and they have won by a final score of 79-33. Congratulations to Aaron Green and the Wildcats. They are headed to the District 3 championship ball game against the winner of the second semifinal round game in a moment, the Carnes Beavers and the Powell Panthers. What a ball game, Mike Sheehan, for the Wildcats. It started out with Garrett Giles just unconsciously drilling three after three after three. Everyone else followed suit. The defense was tremendous. The offense was fabulous, and the Wildcats win in a big way.
It's the most dominant win I've seen all year, David, no doubt about it. They just came out so determined that they were not going to let what happened to them last year happen again. And boy, were they ever on fire. They got after them. They rebounded. They boxed out. They made their shots. And poor old Central just took a beating tonight. To lose 79-33 on your home floor, you know, it's tough for Central. I don't really feel sorry for them, but I wish it'd been a closer game. I really do. But Oak Ridge, man, they just played lights out. One of the best performances I've seen by this team, and I'm so glad. What a great way to get ready for the regional tournament.
Did you say it was 79-33? Is that what that was the final score? 79-33. They took it off the board quickly, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I pointed to Vashon, write that score down, because they're going to wipe that score off the scoreboard
I did too.
as quickly as they possibly could. Yeah,
I knew they'd do that, and then they're embarrassed, I guess. Well, I would be.
Well, the good news is we're in the championship game. The bad news is, as hot as we were tonight, I wish we were playing tomorrow, because they came out fired. They won't play again until Tuesday, and that'll be against the winner of the game that's about to start here in about 15 minutes or so, Powell versus Carnes. Why don't we take another quick break here, and we'll see if we can find a score from the other ball game in District 4. I don't know, a lot of times Coach T has that. The early ball game, I believe, was William Blount and Maryville. I believe that was the score. The game going on tonight over at Maryville High School. I believe, no, the first game is West and Bearden. We'll try to get a score. Wildcats of Oak Ridge win 79-33. And we'll be back to talk more about it in a moment.
My brother in Louisiana.
Welcome back once again to Central High School. David Clary, Mike Sheehan, along with Bashawn Knowles, TJ Hibben, Caleb Riker, and Will Presley. I believe Bashawn Knowles has the final scoring in the ballgame.
The final score to the game today was 79-33. The leader of all scorers was on Oak Ridge. Garrett Giles with 24, Malik Howard with 12, Justice West with 2, Shamar Green with 5, Price Davis with 2, Brandon Hayward with 2, Raekwon Watson with 9, Gavin Johnson with 3, Caden Brighthart with 7, Jarrell Jemerson with 2, and Cooper Williams with 11. Everybody on the Wildcats scored except for Ethan James and Dallin James. They didn't get in until right at the end. And then scoring for the Bobcats, Evan Rodriguez was their leading scorer with 10, J.D. Harris with 8, DJ Smith with 2, Cameron Clark with 2, Will Meadows with 3, Preston Hampton with 1, and Josh Brown with 3. Send it back to David right now.
Thanks a lot, Bashawn. I appreciate that. The Wildcats victorious in this one. Mike, I don't know I know you've seen Carnes play, I think, once. Have you seen Powell play?
Yes, David. I was over there for the Powell game. Remember, the girls came back and won big time, and then the next game, you know, the boys played. Yeah, I watched them play Powell, excuse me.
You know, we for whatever reason this year have not really. We beat Carnes in the first game at Oak Ridge, but lost to them at Carnes. For whatever reason, we haven't matched up well with them the last 2 out of the 3 games we've played, obviously. They beat us last year at the region tournament in the region semifinals on their home floor. And that's what this win does for Oak Ridge. We don't have to go on the road that first round. We will be at home a week from tomorrow against either a 4th place team or a 3rd place team coming off of back-to-back losses, and that's where you want to be. You don't want to be on the road like we were last year. We had to go on the road at Hardin Valley.
Right.
Hardin Valley
I remember
was
that.
a good team, but we played well that night and won the ball game.
Right.
But then, unfortunately, because we had lost to Central, we would have hosted the region tournament last year. It would have been ours to host, but instead, Carnes won the district championship by beating Central a couple nights after they beat us, and they got to host. And Carnes beat us on their home floor in the semifinals, which kept Oak Ridge away from a sub-state for one thing, and kept Oak Ridge away from a championship in the region. So they ended our season. Carnes is a scary team because they've got guard play like Oak Ridge. They're quick. They're not big. If you remember last year's team, Carnes was big. They had that big guy inside. He was just a monster, mammoth guy who could shoot threes too. But they don't have that. They just go with 5 guards, and I think that's maybe partially some of the issues that we don't match up with them. I like our big lineup. We've got Garrett, Shamar, and Cooper obviously in the ball game, but sometimes they come out with 5 guards, and then big guys it's a little harder to guard.
Exactly right. And that Carnes game where we lost over there, it's hard to explain. Oak Ridge nothing went right that night. I don't understand it. And then to come out here tonight, and they literally set this gym on fire. And I thought Garrett Giles was going to tear the net down in the first half the way he kept shooting the bottom out of it.
Wildcats win it by a final score of 79-33, I believe was the final score. I'm never good. It's not. Coach Gaddis thinks my memory's going. He thinks but I have never been good at remembering. That's why I always say write it down, because I am not going to remember it. But it won't be hard or easy to forget this one because it was just total domination. And Marcus Huey has some Oak Ridge ties. I know that for a fact. He's a good guy. His first year as the head coach. But what can you do when your team is just shooting lights out the way they did?
I know. How do you explain that? When you get in a groove, it just seems like everything goes your way, and then the whole team catches on fire, and they're right behind you. And, man, the defense they played, it's just unreal. Poor O'Connor just only scored 36 points in the whole – in 33 points in the whole game. Usually you score that many in the first quarter.
The Wildcats win it 79-33. We're waiting to speak to the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Aaron Green. While we wait for him, I want to remind everybody we appreciate the donation that was made by Eric and Holly Williams to allow us to broadcast this ball game on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. The TSSAA, they want their blood money, and unfortunately, we have to pay it or we can't stream it. We like doing radio, but I know a lot of our viewers will love the video, and obviously that's the way things are going. But some schools don't allow us to videotape. Powell's one of them. Dobbins Bennett's another one. They don't allow, regardless, no streaming at all, period. So, we can't just go strictly to streaming live video because some schools just won't let us, and others are starting to charge big bucks to stream ball games. So until that happens, we'll do some radio. We'll be doing on the radio Monday and Tuesday as well as our stream. And our next broadcast is Coach Green is on his way up here. Get a chance to speak to him. As the Wildcats win it. And we'll get a chance for former Vol and head coach of the Wildcats to join us here. Coach, what was wrong with your offense and defense tonight? I mean, nothing was working well for you. I mean, Coach, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things we can talk about here. Let's start how the tone was set. Garrett Giles came out here, and he told me on the air Wednesday on our show that in the Fulton game, he didn't feel comfortable. His word, I think, was scared actually a little bit playing in front of that. I think tonight he was going to show something that he's the player that we know he is. Yeah. He came out literally just on fire. I mean, 3 straight threes. I think he hit 6 for the game or something like that. Everybody else seemed to relax. They followed suit. Your defense was stifling all night. They couldn't hit shots, and you did a much better job against them than you did really the last time we were here. Yeah. You hold somebody to 33 points in a whole game on their home floor in a semifinal round game. Your defense is just cooking, and everybody – I think Charlie was the only Wildcat that didn't score in the game tonight. Everybody contributed.
Yeah, and I think you go back to Garrett getting us started. They started in a zone, and he got 3 open looks, knocked all 3 down, and it's crazy. Basketball is a funny game. You see that ball go in. It gives everybody confidence. I think making shots makes everything better. We made them early. I mean, he made 3 right off the bat. He made 5 the first half. I felt like he was on Alcoa's team the other night in the first half, so right. Many threes as they made, but he struggled a little bit, and he's a good shooter, and he struggled a little bit. He's went through a little bit of a slump, but that's fairly normal. You're not going to shoot it well all the time. It's not normal to do that, but he works at it, spends a lot of time on his own, and when you do that, you'll get rewarded. Now, when that occurs, I don't know, but he was rewarded tonight for all the time he's put in. So I think that got us going, and I think everybody contributed in some way. Yeah. Thought we played hard, we shared the ball, we rebounded, we defended at a high level. We defended how we've been practicing. And I told them in the locker room, I said, hey, you locked in yesterday in practice, preparation was good, therefore you see the result. And you're not going to be able to control all the time how many shots you make and some certain things, but you can control defending and being where you're supposed to be and taking pride and getting stops and rebound the ball, and I thought we did that tonight. But I think Garrett obviously had 24. He didn't play the fourth quarter. He had 18. He had 6 threes. It's obviously a good start. Had great balance. Malik come in and gave us 12.
Right.
Cooper had 11. He was in foul trouble most night. Ray had 9, a handful of assists, and just played well. One of the better games I thought we played all year for sure.
Maybe in a couple of years, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, against a good, solid team. I mean, you've told me all season long this Central team's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, just to play, because they've got athletes that can shoot the ball. They don't have the great post presence inside, but they've got good guards. But what I thought you did better this game, like that Rodriguez kid last time lit you up early in the ballgame. You all defended the perimeter really, really well tonight.
Yeah, we did, and I think you know, and if you think about Central, they've been a little bit up and down, but I mean they played really, really well the other night against Halls.
Yeah.
I mean really well.
Yeah.
They were shooting it, playing. I mean they won by 20, ended up 24. It was up 20 most second half. So they played really well. So it's coming in, you know, of course I'm nervous every game, but you know, they're capable. You know, they got great size. They're very athletic. Guards are good. But I'm just proud of our guys. You know, we did last year, a year ago. That, you know, we just had a bad night. You know, end up kind of puts you in a bad spot, and you know I brought it up. The reporters over there after the game in the locker room, two reporters asked me about the first thing I asked me about last year. It really doesn't really have any effect on how you play this year. But I mean, let's just be honest. We're human. I didn't forget it.
No,
you know, and our guys didn't forget it. It's a little bit of a bad taste in their mouth, and I
put it on a video for you because I did.
We did, and we watched that. They were, when we watched that yesterday, they was a little confused on what is that. You know, they took them a while to figure it out, and they heard you say Central wins. So, but again, this time of year, I think most coaches will tell you. I mean, it's pretty simple, David. You got to play well to win, and especially in this league, whoever we play on Tuesday, we'll have to play well. You don't have to play perfect. You got to play well to win. You got to play well to advance. But it starts with on the defensive end and rebounding. That's who we are. And I thought tonight was when we did that at a high level. We just got to continue to do that.
Coach, I know you want to scout this game, but I have some more things to talk about here. Obviously, Carnes, the matchup with Carnes has been tough. Three out of the last three games you played. That Bozeman kid, the transfer from here at Central, has been tough on you. They seem to play their best ball game against you, which is no shock.
Yeah.
I mean, they play their best ball against you. This PAL team, their record is phenomenal. You've beaten them twice, but either way, you're not going to play anybody easy on Tuesday at 7:30. And honestly, I don't want to duck anybody. Who do you match up with better?
I'll be honest. I mean, PAL's shorthanded. They got a kid there, number 11, that made some shots on us over at our place. He's out. He got thrown out. So PAL's a little shorthanded. They split during the year. I don't know. I think I don't really. I mean, it is what it is. I don't necessarily prefer to play either one of them. If you ask their kids, they may say Carnes because Carnes beat us last, or some of them may play PAL. But you're going to play a really good team on Tuesday either way. You're going to play well to win the game.
And the good news is, because of this win, you get to host a ball game Saturday night, a week from tomorrow, against a third or fourth place team coming off of two losses, basically.
Yeah.
You got, if you're the champion, especially, you have two losses. So, unfortunately, the four teams still alive over there are all four really good teams. So, I mean, you're going to have to continue to play at this same level.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think our guys are mature enough to understand that, what it takes. And like you said, it doesn't matter, obviously we're trying to win a championship, plain and simple. Win or lose on Tuesday, you're playing a really good team on Saturday night, period. At your place, a really good team you're playing. You have to play really well to win the game. And you win, if you're fortunate enough to win that one, and you're playing again on whenever that Tuesday, you'll have to play really well again to beat a really good team. I mean, it's just part of postseason, and with that district being so strong and so balanced, I guess is a good way to put it. You have to play well. But we're focused on whoever wins this game. We'll worry about that region game after Tuesday.
If I had told you before the game you're going to win by 46 points, would you have believed me?
No. No. I don't. No doubt. I was. I'm nervous every game, but it's a very solid team. We just took them out of everything they tried to do. We played really well, but again, it'd be like we got to build on that and prepare and get ready, for Tuesday and try to put us. You may not shoot it the same way, but you gotta be ready to go and be locked in like we have in first preparation, and then that'll carry over to the game on Tuesday.
Coach, have a good weekend. Get ready for Tuesday night.
That's right. Thanks, David.
Wildcats win it 79-33. That was the final score here at Central High School. The Wildcats, and the Lady Wildcats both are going to get a chance to play for a championship. The girls' championship is on Monday, 7:30 at Central here against Campbell County. And Mike, I know this game's about to start and we can't broadcast this ball game, but we'll talk a little bit. The Lady Wildcats will take on Campbell County. Your thoughts there?
Oh, that's going to be a good game, David, no doubt about it. You know, Campbell County has always been a nemesis. You know, the best team in the district besides Oak Ridge. So I look for a real tussle with Campbell County Monday night.
That'll be 7:30. There'll be a consolation game before that. It'll be the Halls Lady Red Devils in that ball game, and they'll be taking on, I've just gone blank on it, Carnes in the consolation game. On the boys' side of things, the boys will be in the district championship against the winner of the game here. Bashan, turn it down just a little bit to get a little bit of this game right here. Oak Ridge will play the winner of this game, which is going on right now with Powell and Carnes. And that'll be a 7:30 game. The consolation game will be between Central and the loser of this game. And I look for two really good nights of basketball, hopefully 2 championships.
I think so too, David. There's going to be some good basketball. You got to, if you can, come out and watch these games. It's really exciting. This is one of the better nights for Oak Ridge that I've witnessed in quite a while. I tell you, David, I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Well, let's take a break. Actually, let's close it out here. We're at the end of our broadcast here. We can't say much more, except it was just all Oak Ridge tonight. Final score of the ball game, Oak Ridge wins it 79-33. I'd like to thank our crew, Deshaun Dawes, Caleb Riker, Will Presley, TJ Hibben, Mike Sheehan. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be on Monday night when the Wildcats, Lady Wildcats, take on Campbell County in the District 3 championship ball game. For all the people I mentioned before, until Monday night, have a great weekend. So long, everybody.